I also have to go for EG. I think they've got really comfort heroes. Crit can have a huge impact on this Rubik, like he did in the last game. So yeah, get with them. They also have Omni Knight, really dominant hero.
Yeah, you know, all stable points on that front, but me, personally, I gotta think about it the other way around. I feel like EG does have a fantastic draft, but NaVi has the heart and world in their hearts. It's a good team. Casters are ready. Thanks, everybody.
Eloquent.
What's up, guys?
Hi. Welcome to Game 2. Let's see how this series is going to pan out. You all were leaning a lot further towards EG. Their draft does good, so does NaVi, but I'm not surprised at all that you do lean with them after the confidence they'll take from Game 1. Small thing. So far, every series that EG has been involved in has been a 2-0. They were 2-0 down by Team Secret, but ever since then, through Infamous, through Virtus Pro, and now here in NaVi, potentially another 2-0 in the lower bracket Kings. But this draft seems also quite fun. Like, we saw Virtus Pro being able to destroy a Timbersaw with that Undying. I'm wondering if they have the same effect in lane phase, at least, against Samael's Timber.
I think that the Zeus is okay. I think it kind of works out like both ends. You'd be surprised though, like the Zeus does alright. Like this is a trade farm kind of lane.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like Zeus's bread and butter, right? I'm struggling to think of matchups where Zeus like dominates mid. Like maybe if he plays against like a CM mid.
That's what I'm wondering. Like if you run the Undying and Zeus together, it was Lilu said like I walked in, I decayed twice, and then Soul Ripped, and he had Spiderlings to help him out for that burst damage, and then they just killed the Timbersaw. Now you have Zeus burst damage and Dendy kill securing power.
Man, you're making me sway to NaVi.
It's I'm liking their combination to make it work.
I sort of am too.
It looks good, but then they have to execute it after they got completely out-executed by evil geniuses in Game 1.
Yeah.
That's the only question mark I really have with this. I understand why there could be some debate over who would win this game, just based if you just looked at the raw drafts, if you didn't think about Game 1 beforehand.
So at bottom lane universe, gonna walk up here, trying to cut the creep wave, and they're ready for him.
Oh, Crystallize. Well, you've tried to do this so many times with the offlanes. He can purify, but the damage Crystallize has from that Morphosis, it may be enough. Attack goes uphill and he actually misses. Universe, even without boots, has 305 movement speed to the 288 of the Terrorblade. But while we're watching that, it's General who dies on top lane, attempting to do exactly the same thing. Arteezy, no Rocket Barrage, he went Homing Missile to work with the Ignite of Ogre and Crit's Telekinesis.
Yeah, he's one of the few carries that really likes this. I know in China that they still like to go for the Rocket Barrage. At least that's what Manet was doing. But it's kind of fun. It's Survivor style. One offlane makes it, the other doesn't.
You know, if PMS was still an item, maybe this would have actually worked, but yeah, no longer a real item.
What is that movie? It's like, I actually can't. It's Highlander, I'm thinking of.
Highlander?
Yeah, only one can survive.
What, Sean Connery?
Is that Sean Connery?
Sean Connery is, well, he's not a Highlander, but he's in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is what I was talking about with Samael. Like he got hit by Decay, I think 3 times, and he went down to 300 HP.
Oh, be
careful.
Roger
hits him again, and Samael's now down 380. Takes another hit, he'll go down to 300, and that's when Dendy is sitting there with Lightning Bolt as well as Arc Lightning, and Samael sits so low. Yeah, you disco this.
This is the second game in a row now where Sumail has been given what we like to call the treatment. Coined after a Bulba term.
I don't know if this is really worthwhile for Roger, however. Like, he takes the entire creep wave and now has to drag it back in, but he's at least having fun with it.
He's made it out, dude. He's taking no damage from the tower.
Trying to have as much influence as he had with his Kunker earlier tonight.
Yeah, he's giving him the treatment. Life's good. He's got 300 HP at all times. This is definitely what he signed up for when he wanted to play professional Dota.
Yep. Wait until Dendy actually starts getting more levels. Like right now it's still I guess a 1 point in Lightning Bolt, a 1 point in Arc Lightning. The Timber is 0-0. At least the Salve is more effective, looking the bright side of life. But it's 10-2 versus a 0-0 lane. Fear is rotating in to try and change this, but this only powers up Roger. It was the same kind of thing when Lil did his harassment. He then just has 2 people to decay. Not to mention he found an arcane rune to work with.
The only thing he could have found better is maybe like a DD. But he's not even getting right click, so maybe a regen would have been the only rune that would have been more effective than this.
Yeah.
And Sumail with no strength, he's last hitting with 45 damage.
At least he's got one charge. So now he's got the full one-up. He's getting a lot of charges from Roger, whirling deaths onto the Undying and brings him down to 190. Okay, 280. He gains more. General running through the tree lines will get the clap off, gets a quick hit into Crit, who's tanking the creep wave for the moment, but General, he's just trooking around Arteezy. Stay in the trees, stay in the trees, listen to HY. Now the homing missile will stay on him, and donk. General goes down, and so does Sumail.
After all that, Sumail finally dies. He's only level 2, he's got no farm. This has been a really rough lane for Messineko.
Shaggles, bottom lane, whole universe in position, and they have enough damage, physical, especially when you've got the illusions up and running, but universe into the abyss.
And NaVi, really nice laning phase start for them. The mid lane is going so successfully for them, as well as the bottom lane, the top lane. Sineko, where is he right now? He's at bottom. Roger's in mid. General up at top is doing fine though. He just TP'd up top. After he died, he's just like, whatever. This is kind of what offlaners do. They just die. That's okay. You don't lose too much. You die for XP.
Sineko's even stopping Sumail from getting anywhere near runes, and Roger. It continues again. The treatment.
You feel kind of bad for him because that sucks. But at the same time, it's kind of funny that they can't do anything about it.
Like, they willingly picked into it. Like, dude, it's not like you didn't have something to learn from previously. Like, this literally happened today in this competition.
Yeah. He's taunting him too. I like that. Because you know, as a mid player, Toby, and I know you as a mid player, this is the most frustrating thing that you play against. It's not even just the fact that it's happening, it's the fact that nothing can be done about it. You don't feel like you're playing Dota. You feel like you're just getting harassed in real life. Like somebody kicks you in the shins repeatedly.
It's like you rotate Fear and all Fear ends up doing is leeching experience. Because, hey, you could Bloodlust a Timbersaw.
You did it.
Yay!
Sumail once in a while just cops a whirling death, but Roger now has 2 levels of the decay.
Yeah.
Reduces the cooldown, which makes it so that he can even stack more on top of that. He's going to hit him again with it.
And he can slow him down with the Orb of Venom he's got. So even if you get reactive armor charges up, I suppose we reach a point when he gets more levels in reactive armor that the regeneration is very effective percentage-wise when you're low on health.
Yeah, but if you can't get near creeps, is it even worth it? He's just watching Dendi farm. This is Dendi, the farming simulator.
Dendi is at 34-9. Dendi was already having a really good time on Zeus in mid last time we had him play it earlier today.
Yep. And now this Timbersaw is hitting neutral creeps. He's hitting a bunch of ogres.
Hey, he's at least got a double stack he can work with.
The thing is, he probably asked for this. Like, as a mid laner, you often get to just like choose what hero you want to play. And
well, do you just change it up then? Like, do you push Crit into the mid lane so at least he can get some levels up in Null Field and counter this magical burst damage they've got? Fear, in a world of hurt, starts his TP out, and they have enough damage with Roger's final decay hit.
Roger is a beast. He walks around the map, is the most frustrating player to play against in this game. He's an Undying. You don't have a stun or anything. He's just walking around decaying people.
Yeah. I wonder if he even needs to go into the Tombstone. If this continues to work, can you max up Decay and Soul Rip? Is that the play here, or is Tombstone still just too good?
No, this is still pretty okay. The 2-1-1. I think Zai even goes like 2-2-1, if I'm not mistaken. He can correct me on that later if he feels. But he even secures Dendi, the best rune that a Zeus can get. Gets a regen. There's no way that Sumail can cancel that rune.
No. And Roger's continuously pounding into him. Sumail's down to 620 HP now.
The taunt, I love it, honestly. I know Sumail he hates him right now, and that's the best part about it.
You get in the mind of the player, right?
Yeah,
This is why taunting was invented.
It's 1-0 right now, you're up, you gotta do whatever you can to gain the edge. And Arteezy is gonna TP down to mid. He realizes,
the Tombstone's down, and boom, boom, boom!
And they're gonna know about the smoke. They're running away.
Now,
Dendy's running into the trees. The timing couldn't be any better for this.
and Fear's gonna say hello. Dendy can hit him with one lightning bolt. In fact, he just triggered off the decay, so we can keep pumping damage into him. Crit will arrive. Dendy wants to keep the distance, so the regen's gonna be full. There's a nice call down. Roger needs to turn for the decay so we can get more life, but Sumail whirling deaths him down, and Sumail got a kill!
Hell yeah, and it was on Roger. Taunt. If you have a taunt, do it. Now's the time.
There is a taunt for a Timbersaw, but it seems Sumail is too busy farming.
Give him
Making
the
the
question
most
mark.
of space, but they're losing the tier 1 tower in bottom lane.
Yeah.
Crystallized into Metamorphosis, there's a lot of him, and there's little to nothing Universe can do to stop this.
This is so rough. They had to rotate Artesian just to get a kill, and it wasn't even on the Zeus. He really wanted that. The timing of the Zeus ult made that impossible.
Yep.
Very well done so far by NaVi. I mean, at this rate, it looks like we're going to a 1-1. Sumail continues to have this.
It looks to be the case, but Arteezy still is sitting quite nicely on the net worth. He's just behind that of the Terrorblade, even with the tower going down. And building into the Mask of Madness, the damage output's still going to be quite good for Evil Geniuses. Omni Knight was still finding more levels on the off lane too.
Oh, Sumail is now rotated up to top, and Rogers followed him up here. This is some weird Freddy Krueger thing.
I'm in your dreams. I am your nightmare. General's just itching for a split. Sumail just can't catch a break. And they're actually doing it. They're putting crit in mid. We're actually into what is probably going to be more effective in the mid. Having that range hero, but it's the mid Rubik. The 2-position Rubik is what this turns into. Because the stupid thing is, he's 300 net worth behind Sumail.
Nah, dude, he's 250. Give him the credit he deserves.
Oh.
I mean, Roger's just making this game miserable right now for him to play. He goes up top, he gets hit. Sumail timber chains forward at him. He's pissed.
Yeah. Try and get aggressive, but Roger just triggers the clarity. He's like, come on, like, do you want to?
Cancel this. See what you can do. I can do this all day is what Roger's saying right now.
If you had a chakra, maybe Sumail have a chance.
Is he gonna taunt again?
There's a chain forward. Roger still has the clarity, turns around. Sumail, he's at 500 HP.
He's got to be careful. There is a Zeus ult.
Yep. Decay's going to kick in right now again. Sumail, 420. Lamau.
That 20 is not reactive armor. That is the missing strength. If he gets bolted once in fights, he just dies.
TZ and Fear are looking for an opportunity. They're smoked up. Crystallize is backing up, has Metamorphosis and Sunder available, and Seneko around the corner from him.
Yeah, what is the attempt here? Because if he gets Sunder off, the Sunder into Zeus ult is a very powerful combo. People go down quite quickly. We saw that.
They got no way to control that either, right? Like, how do you stop the Sunder? They don't have enough stuns.
That's why they're going for mid instead. They know that Dendy's in the trees, but Dendy just pops the invis. They don't have a sentry for this either. They're going to even drop a ward. Dendy should know about all of this right now.
Where's the TP's in? The call down comes like he's got to be in the trees. This is just not EG's day. Roger will arrive. And so will a fake crystallize.
And they're going to know now. Dendy just popped out of the invis, almost to taunt them. Saying, I was here all along, saw you coming miles ahead of you.
Back to farming. Back to the stacks. Fear. I don't think you can actually stack this in time. Arteezy tacked it too early. Now they're not actually going to get the full aggro. So there's still 2 creeps just sitting in the ancient stack.
Dire's top tower.
And Sumail is tasked with defending the mid, but Roger sticking to him like a leech. Mass Serpent Ward's committed on top lane by Seneko. General. He's going to get that early Blink Dagger timing just like game 1. But it feels like EG's going to have less to deal with him this time.
I mean, in the previous game, they were able to just walk around the map killing him at will. Yeah, this time around,
hi Sumail. He's low. Soul ripped. 330 HP. That is only a level 1 ulti from Thunder God's Wrath. So
he's trying to get him down one more time so that he can wrap. Yeah. Oh man, he's even following him into the jungle. Nowhere is safe. As in half a second, Seneko is going to overtake this Timbersaw net worth. Seneko, the 5-position Shadow Shaman.
Oh boy. Right, good luck. Universe in general can at least play around on the bottom lane. Yes, clap for purification. General trying to find that last little bit of farm to get the Blink Dagger. And that's when NaVi could probably be a little more aggressive. Like, you have Crystallize. He's already taken the tier 1 tower on bottom lane. The tier 1 tower on top lane was taken beforehand. So, trigger Metamorphosis, force the tier 1 tower out in mid while EG is still playing recovery game.
Yeah, they're just trying to farm out Ancient Stacks right now. They realize they don't have a hero on the map. Through no fault of his own right now. Of course, they're just bringing it up because man doesn't suck.
Yep. And this is a quick work on the tier 1 tower. Rogers waiting to see if someone wants to move forward. Sumail is the one who believes he can do it. A smoke in the back lines as Dendi and Snako gonna do the all wraparound. Well away from any dire observer. They've got defensive 1 ward near their own Ancient. Yeah, this is Arteezy, some kind of efficiency. Farming with Rocket.
Oh, Snako
and now
might get the ankle.
shackles, they hold him and they zap him. Oh. #1 net worth hero for EG picked off in his own jungle.
Yes, nowhere safe right now. Navi's just playing the invade game.
General's bounced back up to top lane. He's got that Blink Dagger up now. But no Thunder God's Wrath, but it's such a low cooldown that they'll be ready to fight once more.
Yeah, with the Arcane Rune. He popped the Arcane Rune beforehand. He was very cognizant of it.
How do you find that again? It's the same thing in game 1.
Everything that could possibly be working out for Navi right now is working out for Navi, and everything that could be working against Sumail is working
Pick up.
Sumail.
They're gonna need to get some revenge. Roger, can you taunt your way out of this? Mass up, wants Snako. Right place, right time. They
he
just back
taunted
up.
for-
Oh!
He would have died anyways.
Yeah, Flat Cat had nailed him. They're picking up the Mass Serpent Wards. He's actually denying his own Mass Serpent Wards.
And they're getting out of this area.
Yeah.
They're afraid.
General has arrived. Split is available. That's that dire observer ward they have on the hill near the Ancients that saw General moving in. This is why they backed off. But again, the dire jungle continues to be invaded. General sits next to the Ancients, and EG have no other choice but to move south. They're coming closer towards that tier 1 town, but they're also moving into the territory of Crystallize. He doesn't stick around to pick up the bounty rune. He knows some level of pressure is coming as EG is missing on the map.
Yeah, they're even going to ping with the scan. EG just getting read like a book right now.
Oh, they can try and chip at the tier 1 town, but Navi, that's a double damage rune for Crystallize.
They're going to go Roshan.
Roger's swamp bun's going to fall off his keyboard soon. So double damage for Crystallize. They're purposefully, well, they have Metamorphosis if they want to use it, but you've got the Tombstone to do the work, save the Metamorphosis, and then push into the tower with the Aegis Immortal. Such efficiency from Na'Vi, especially when EG is having no intention of debating this.
Yeah, zero chance that they try to contest.
So do you just take tier 2 and only burn Metamorphosis if EG defend and then just go high ground? Like,
yeah.
Can you do that as Na'Vi right now?
You still have DD. I think they're really strong. I don't know if high ground's possible, but you can chip away, see what happens. Snako's got wards up in 10 seconds.
Well, General's itching for a fight, so he wants to be able to have something work.
Yeah, maybe they can just end this game really quickly.
Sumail's got some extra survivability. He's
got
not only got, he's got the hood up, he's got a lot of one charges up his sleeve.
That's what we're relying on now.
Yeah, I always look on the bright side of life. That's what the Monty Python boys say.
The downside of this Timber hero is it's not easy for you to come back because your way of coming back is by farming, but if you're not ahead, then you're a hero that doesn't effectively kill heroes, which is what this hero is meant to do.
Mr. Confidence walks up like he's actually got an entire armada of farmed heroes behind him. Brings out one clap. Nice pick up from Crit. The Purification will give him the life back again. But General, with just a blink clap, able to create enough space. Crystallize has burnt the Metamorphosis and they smoke. They're getting the movement speed to jump closer or keep him invisible.
They're hoping that EG tries to defend. That's why they're
Sumail is close by. The Creep Wave will reveal and Mass Serpent wards it down. A quick Timber Chain from Sumail pulls them away from the fight. They're trying to get rid of these Mass Serpent wards with the Tombstone down.
Another smoke popped? Alright, that's back-to-back smokes just to look at them, I guess.
It's an unhealthy habit, Na'Vi.
Navi's getting a little too overconfident. I mean, I agree that they're ahead. They're 7k ahead, but those are smokes.
Yeah.
That's important.
Well,
go green, man.
Na'Vi pushing in the mid lane now. Sumail again to the front lines. He is dreaming of a new item. But the rest of EG smoked up behind him. They're using Sumail as bait. Time and time again, NaVi have been willing to go on him. Can they resist? Snakeo's not there to bring in the disable, but look at Snako. This guy's just rushing Aghanim Scepter. He really doesn't care that much. EG want to force the mid-tier 1 tower. Shaman is starting his rotation in there, but wait for the initiation. Here it comes. Crystallize comes a lot of damage early on. Sunder is available, and he switches with Arteezy. There is a purification, but Brewmaster, a clap on 3 into the split. Aegis Immortal has burnt out pretty quickly, but EG, they got the Undying down. Can they get back out of this one? Snako, he wants to control somebody. Ogre will hit the deck. Shackles are available. Maybe with a chain. Sumail goes straight through him. Arteezy has the double kill. He's got all the sustain thanks to Universe just sitting behind him. They haven't even had to burn GA. They've gone through the Aegis Immortal. They're gonna go in under tier 3 towers. No 2 EG haven't even taken a tier 1 tower yet, but they kill Crystallize under his tier 4 tower. What is this meme game?
With no farm on him whatsoever. They're still making it happen right now. NaVi, they might rue the decisions that they made in this game. That top push, wasting both their smokes all of a sudden. I mean, EG just battled back, and now Arteezy well ahead of the pack. And NaVi just, it feels like they got way too overconfident. They started writing EG off. It felt like they were just prepared to go to game number 3.
You know, this reminds me of NaVi from 4 years ago when we lost complete and utter faith that any lead is sustainable for them. I know Horst is their coach, but this is getting ridiculous.
All of a sudden, it was something like an 8,000 gold lead that is now 2,000 gold. A lot of momentum now in EG's favor. This Terrorblade just got popped immediately. He was so close to the Manta Style, and this is how you know that they just started getting overconfident. He didn't really have Manta Style. I mean, even the Brew Split didn't do too much in that engagement because EG was balled up. NaVi, they lose a lot in that engagement.
I cannot believe how many kills Gyro picked out of it too. SMY, Mask of Madness, let's have a look at that engagement again. As EG wrap around the side, and it looked like it was going to start nicely with Crystallize getting that Sunder on Arteezy, but the heal from Universe was perfectly timed.
Yeah, they needed to actually Cyclone up Universe as fast as possible, but they actually used it on the Ogre, which allowed Universe to just sit back. You notice he's just playing the World of Warcraft healer, where he just sits back, repeatedly goes in.
Heals!
Yeah, Universe got like 8 spells off in this fight, which, if you allow Omni to do that, it doesn't matter what your lead is. He's just going to keep refreshing everyone's HP pool.
Hard. And then this type of confidence. EG has been backs against the wall for so long in this game. And then having that ability to kill a Terrorblade under his own tier 4 towers when a tier 1 tower is still up, yeah. EG sends a message of like, don't you ever, ever count us out.
Timbersaw's still really far behind, but he's kind of just shifted into this utility build where instead of saying, I need to get a Bloodstone at all costs, he's decided to go for this pipe, which is going to help his team fight out quite a bit. Like, they're just building right now to let Arteezy be the true 1 position, similar to last game. And it's working out for them right now because he's delivering. He's the top net worth in a game like this. Very impressive so far.
And because he went into the jungle, or that space that was given to the rest of the supports who were also involved in this fight, Crit now has a Blink Dagger combining with the Medallion. They have a large amount of focus power they can just pump in and positional. Universe, as long as he can keep his positioning right as well, EG can stay alive, or actually initiate. They 4-man smoke up. They're wrapping around from the west. The Tombstone is on the hill from Roger, and they're going to close the distance on him. The smoke will break. The homing missile, it's on to Crystallize. He won't have the Aegis Immortal this time with the call. That's Rubik. Crit blinked himself in, got the control, and then Snako locked in by the homing missile of Arteezy. The tier 2 tower does fall, but at what cost?
This is quite the disaster right now. NaVi, they have to be kicking themselves. I mean, this was even better than VP's like 10k gold lead because of the type of heroes that they have. And now it's just completely fallen apart. Barely up by 1k. I think they hit something like a 4k gold lead really early on. They had like a 4k gold lead at 12 minutes. And now it's just completely slipped out of control. Their net worth lead.
Their experience for the first time belongs to EG in this game.
Yes. The XP finally, it's like a, it just goes straight down.
Well, it is winter. Welcome to the ski slopes of Sweden.
Okay, now we have a game on our hands.
4 staff as well for Omni Knight. Positional power gets even stronger for EG. There's a double damage rune on the bottom river if Arteezy wants to come for it. But right now he's going to take the tier 2 tower on bottom lane. And NaVi are not ready to fight this. This pushing power they could have had. Like, Shaman was so close to finishing up his Aghanim Scepter for the Mass Serpent Wards when they were looking to push him through the top lane. He was only about like 1.5k away from it. If they brought down the tier 3 tower, if they kept their control in this game, he would have had it. They would have been chipping away at the assets of EG, but right now they're having to take a loan in order to keep up with EG.
Yeah. And, you know, I was all but willing to write EG off.
Yeah, we were looking for game 3.
Yeah, I still don't know if I was 100% mistaken about that, considering it just feels like NaVi letting this game slip out of their hands. They've got to be a lot more controlled right now. Like, the discipline factor has to kick in. You can't overexcite yourselves.
You still technically have an advantage in this game. Your burst power that you had from the very, very start, what kept Samael down, is now a little bit weaker. We haven't really felt the effect of Zeus because this pipe came up so early, because Gyrocopter is doing so much damage. The Undying can't stand the fight. You've got the +3 flat cannon charges. I'm wondering actually how the Undying stands in the engagement.
It's important right now for NaVi to try to keep Crystallize up during the time where he gets any sort of damage, just because Arteezy does take him down really quickly.
Yeah.
And with the lift follow-up, like, he needs to get the Sunder off right now. But like, EG for the first time...
He's going in for BKB, but the damage output of Arteezy is already too high.
Yeah, for the first time since like the 1 minute mark, EG have taken the lead.
Yep. They're going to get a little bit more as the tier 1 tower will fall on top lane.
Yeah. And
Crystallize and Seneko are preparing some kind of fun on bottom, but they're right underneath that Dire Observe wall that EG planted during the fight. So NaVi will be fully aware. I mean, EG will be fully aware just how hard NaVi is pushing, which right now is not hard at all. They saw the TP out of Shaman. The tier 2 town gets fortified. They start to back up. They force the reaction, and another burnt smoke from NaVi.
Yeah, and they're running out of those.
Right.
Got to make it out to NaVi, trying to hunt whoever they can, as everyone morphing out of there. They might find Fear. Poor Fear. Stayed behind.
388 movement
still on the run.
He can yield Scepter if he can close the distance, and that'll allow him to set up. So, yep, Roger burns the ultimate. They want the EG captain. Decay to begin with. Universe is here. They won't even get that. They've come out so far. The crit will blink forward. He's got Ether Shock damage. They pick up Roger and then look for a little bit more. Arc Lightning stolen by crit. Roger brought down by Arteezy. Blink into clap. They'll go for the huge commitment. Thunder God's Wrath, but the damage isn't even enough to kill off crit. He'll stay alive. They turn in for the call down. The little Brewlings got picked off so quickly. They just focus on bringing down the Mass Serpent Wards. EG are so happy with this. Brew ulti is down. Timber has a Bloodstone now at 25 minutes into the game. They got so much clearance and they're burning no big abilities to take these fights against NaVi.
They have no ults now. They can just walk into Roshan if EG want. Crit's gonna start spamming for it. He even finds the regen rune. If anybody needs it on his team.
It's Gyrocopter.
Yeah, Arteezy's a little bit low on mana, but without the Bruce split...
Alright, well it won't work. The illusion came in to deny it.
Yeah. Without the Bruce split and the Shaman wards though, I don't think that NaVi can take this fight.
They can't. Arteezy in his stash has a full Lincoln Sphere now completed to fly out.
And this is the full, complete screw you to the Terraplane. When he gets repelled and he has a Lincoln's up, the TB absolutely cannot stand against him.
Yep. So they're going to claim the Aegis, the Immortal, and Cheese as well. NaVi, with no Brew Split, no Thunder God's Wrath, no Mass Serpent Wards, even with the Ags upgrade, they cannot do jack about this.
They're going to D-ward, but... I mean...
Consolation prize.
This is why you gotta love Dota. You can be so confident about something. I am very happy to be wrong about this kind of game. Easily. Willing to get this one thrown into my face.
Well, it's not even that. Like, you look at it, and NaVi, like, they had the advantage. You understand the power of their lineup. But the issue is a lot of their power was shut down just because of that one long string of bad events for NaVi.
Yes.
When that happened, EG was able to find the money, which NaVi did so well in the early game to deny them.
Oh, they did so well. They completely zoned them out. They took control of their jungle. You thought, okay, as long as NaVi treat this game a little bit more patiently, they calm down, it's okay. Like, this game is going to be pretty straightforward for them.
But now
once the
EG,
Terrorblade gets BKB, like, what do you do to kill him?
well, you have RTZ with heavy amounts of damage. That'll do it. Tier 2 tower is going to fall, EG. I've only got one more Attic tower to claim, while Seneco and Crystallize. You got a lot of illusions and the catapult coming down the bottom. RTZ, he is repelled and doing the cleanup job. Cleans, he does. General after Samael on the top lane, pushes forward, goes for the split, needs to pick up Samael, able to timber chain away, but the rock followed him. Universe is waiting for the right time. He's got drum charge, he's got repel, he's got GA. Right now it's just repel, but shackled up, Seneco gets the control. While the timber chain TP away will protect Samael. Universe sacrificing himself for the greater Samael.
That was the Bruce split though. And the roster boards once again. I think this would be a decent timing for EG to just shove out the lanes, deal with top, deal with mid, and then just 5-man. They have all their spells on Omni. He didn't blow GA or anything like that. He realized the situation. He did everything he could to save Samael. I think this is a decent opportunity for them to just deal with the waves and then immediately go mid. During the time that the Omni is dead, this is when you want to start shoving out waves again, and that's exactly what they're drawing lines towards.
There is a small advantage now. The Spirit Vessel picked up by the Undying, so Timber at least won't be as immortal.
Yes. And it's nice against the Omni too, but this mid wave is being pushed in quite quickly, but you don't want to trade against a TB.
Yeah, Crystallize is already adding the pressure on top. But EG get what they want. They take the tier 2 tower. TZ doesn't have a TP ready to go back to base, but that's why Universe is up here. He'll do the defense job, while Crit bounces around all over the map. He's looking for Seneco. He won't get him though. Fadebolt and Arc Lightning is so easy for Crit just to add momentum to a lane.
Yeah. Once you deal with the waves, then you have some opportunity to go for the push. EG just waiting things out, and they're continuing to stack Ancients, by the way, Toby. Keep expanding your lead at all times. Rich get richer.
Keep the Gyrocopter in front. He's going towards that Butterfly, now over 20,000 net worth, 29 minutes in. Blink Dagger is over on Samael. Do you like that choice over getting something more like BTs to deal with the Terrorblade split push?
I think, actually, that's a really nice idea, the BOTs.
He'll eventually get both, obviously, but for now, it looks like EG is looking to fight. So the Blink Dagger will work. Crystallize out a very long way. Homing Missile from RTZ is already chasing him. He's got Manta and BKB available.
Oh, he lets it dunk him.
He doesn't actually see it coming in. They had no vision. Down they go. Crystallize will fall. The rest of NaVi is in full retreat. Conjure Image was the only thing stolen by Crit, but hey, you can always have more crits.
He's sending in one as bait, and the other will hide.
Is piped up, they jump in to pick up the grab, and then they go after Dendi. A defensive Yulset will buy him time. Here goes your defensive Mass Serpent. It's a good shackle, holding Timbersaw under the tier 4 towers. Goodbye to the Timber. Arteezy's BKB will protect him from the Bruling split, but it won't protect Universe. The Brulings, great counters to that Omni Knight. They smoke, they want the movement speed. The stun from Dendi, cancelling out TP of Fear. So 3 heroes from EG will fall, and finally, NaVi have a fight which is favorable to them, but it did cost a buyback out from Crystallize.
Yeah, and they committed heavily for that, but 6k gold lead now in favor of EG. I don't think they're even that dissatisfied with that. The gold change does go in favor of NaVi, but the buyback is worth even more than that. Crystallize also uses Metamorphosis. EG just committed. No way that they're going to save Sumail under that. There's 8 wards attacking them, plus the tower. Not easy to follow him up. And now the Butterfly fully completed on RTZ.
Yeah.
The gem or the Aegis should be done soon though.
Yeah, but then he'll just swap in the Morbid Mass, so RTZ's sustain is still looking very, very good in the fights. And this is the point he got in game 1, but he couldn't complete up the full Satanic, mainly because, well, the game ended. This time around, maybe it goes a little bit longer with that foul push by EG.
Yeah. Now the Aegis is down, and NaVi, maybe they look for something here. You have two options right now. Either you wait for Crystallize to refresh his buyback, and you just sit inside your base, like you farm as safe as possible, or you go for a 5-man smoke and try to reset the game.
Well, you can keep the split push going. Aghanim Scepter from Dendi is almost there, so you'll have the Nimbus to help you out, along with the illusion push that comes from the Terrorblade.
Yeah.
And he is rapidly approaching the Skadi, so you'll have more sustain. Lotus Orb as well.
But since Roche can spawn in 2 minutes, if you're NaVi, you have to decide, like, is that where we make our last stand?
Yeah.
Because if you lose the Roche fight, then the game conceivably just ends. And
this is a good observer and sentry on bottom lane.
Oh,
it's
EG
knowing
timing.
exactly how hard EG is pushing in. Arteezy, Lincoln Sphere will break. That was the drunken haze thrown out by General. Arteezy will return the favor with the fast-flying homing missile. Roger triggers ultimate. They're in full defense. Arteezy, the flat cannon damage really not that effective when Dendy has the Ghost Scepter ready to fire. And there's your Nimbus. It's a nice line, but they can't keep EG inside of it. The Mass Serpent Ward's committed. The Nimbus down. Omni Knight sent up and towards the air. Where's that extra control? The pipe protecting universes. EG bait out so many abilities from NaVi, and they get nothing for it. Even Thunder God's Wrath just expended by Dendy. Trying to see if they're still there, but they're killing off your wards. They're still there.
surprise, they're still at your front door. And the big spell, though, for NaVi, the Terrorblade's Metamorphosis is still available.
Yeah.
But the other ones, Brewmaster Split,
They're
Ross
waiting,
the wards,
they're
I think
waiting
they just
at
wait.
the Mass Serpent wards.
Yeah, you just deal with the fact that he's got meta. If you kill Crystallize once, the game ends anyways.
I'm actually wondering, too, like if they can nuke down the creep wave. Is this the reason why Arteezy comes in early? Because they can just, they can arcane.
Yeah, he's forcing everybody out right now, marking the territory.
Nimbus is back. There goes your tier 3 tower. EG get what they want. Sumail able just to chain himself out. The Nimbus won't be picked off. And EG can just back out, take out the shrines. Top tier 3 tower is taking a little bit of damage with this 3 range creep push coming in, and no one from EG really looking to defend.
Yeah, you really want the Aegis and the Refresher
Radiant's bottom shrine
for the Omni Knight. That would be huge for them. That would help them secure the game, and I think that's what they're going to wait on. No reason to rush this game. They're showing NaVi, this is how you be disciplined.
Yeah.
You go for the high ground push. You don't have to full commit for it. You can go in and out and just be patient.
Yeah. But I still love the fact like they repel up the Gyrocopters. What I was trying to say before I fell over my own was Ether Shock as well as Arc Lightning is a really great way just to clean up the creep wave and not allow EG to continue their sustained attack. But because Arteezy is sent in first, NaVi are dealing with this heavy flat cannon. They're running away. The only ones who can stay are the ones with Ghost Scepters, which is Dendy.
Yeah, still 4 minutes until Terrorblade has that buyback, but Roshan can conceivably spawn sooner than that. It'll be up in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Crystal is trying to get enough money he can finish up the Skadi, and then he's going to go in for the MKB to do something about that butterfly of the gyro.
Yeah.
But Arteezy actually changed his build-up, so he picked up the Morbid Mask, but he's going for Nullifier on this Gyrocopter now.
Trying to just make it so that the Terrorblade can't be KB, and more importantly, so that the Zeus can't get his Yules or his Ghost Scepter off. Pretty sure it disables the Ags too.
Where's my pension?
So there's a lot of value in that, and it just gives him a decent amount of damage on top of that. But Aegis is most likely what's going to be next, and NaVi, they won't have the buyback on the Terrorblade anyways, as he's bought out the Skadi in full, realizes the situation that his team is in, and he even pops into the Roshan pit, but there's nothing there for him.
Yeah. In the meantime, EG just add pressure towards the top lane, push it out. Bottom lane's already pretty well in their favor, and this is the dangerous lanes too, because it's the double catapult waves. So you don't want to let this go unchecked, NaVi, on the bottom, because that's where your tier 3 tower doesn't exist.
Yeah. For the next fight too, Arteezy has completed the full Nullifier.
Radiant
Oh boy.
are scanning.
Oh boy. Coming over on the courier now. They'll clean up the mid lane. But EG, they want to have Roshan. He'll spawn up in 22 seconds. They'll come over to check. Sumail, have a look, but stick around a little bit longer. And he'll be there in 15.
Yeah, this is a really rough situation for NaVi to be in, because they don't have the Terrorblade buyback. They don't necessarily want to fight around this area, but at the same time, if they lose the fight, they're going to give up Aegis Cheese and the Refresher.
Roger just TP'd away. EG's preparing for Roshan by putting that very standard Observer Ward just south of the Radiant Ancient.
Yeah, I think they should contest this. Arteezy, though, has a DD rune.
Well, they don't know, like, right now that Roshan has respawned, so EG, they stick with the battle plan, while Arteezy has a double damage and Bloodlust it up. They're just running in.
Yeah, great rune for him to pick up. Is going to do a lot of damage there, but I feel like they should just back out. Roshan is up. They should be able to check that and force NaVi into a do-or-die situation.
Yeah.
The best part about the third Roshan now is you force teams to fight you there, because the Refresher shard is so huge. If you don't contest that, then they'll go high ground anyways, and it's a lot easier for Navi to
Navi's
fight.
coming out. EG's ready to fight. It's a Terrorblade illusion moving first. Dendi was scouting for the observer board, but Roger walks right into the middle of it. Sumail, they just evaporated the mass. Serpentwall's positioning is nice as Crystallize
He's getting pretty low.
but then the GA is out. There's not enough damage. The Bruling Split is trying to do as much as it can, maybe with the Zeus's best magical burst damage. They have enough against EG. Wait, no, they don't. Sumail is repelled up. He's Lotus orbed up. There's nothing Na'Vi can do to stop the Timbersaw. And if they can't stop him, they can't reach the back lines of Arteezy. General will fall as well as he goes back to his normal position, and Crit stole the Primal Split.
Okay.
So, EG, they don't even need to do Roshan, and they know it. That mid tower is already pretty heavily damaged. They're going to keep that push going. And there's the buyback from the Shadow Shaman. No Mass Serpent wards available. Dendi, well, his Nimbus is back off cooldown. Arteezy, such heavy protection. Lincoln's, Lotus. You want to go on him, then they got Repel as well. You just can't do it. Arteezy working his way through the melee racks. The cooldown is nice. Then he's got a rocket on his tail as well. The melee racks will fall. And EG still chipping away at the range. Arteezy wants to stand his ground. But now, very wisely, back off. They get what they need. Look towards Roshan once more.
Yeah, they can back out. They still have an objective to claim here. Crit has the split, and Navi doesn't. Navi has to know that this is happening. I don't know if they can even defend it, even if they wanted to at this point.
There's not enough abilities to do it. Yeah. Like, without Primal Split and against Primal Split, you can't do it.
Yeah. Even if they know that this is happening, it would be so obvious if they came. They're going to have to stake everything on the high ground defense.
At least bottom lane's working for them. There's a very large creep wave pushing into EG's tier 3 tower.
Yeah.
But, welcome back to farm.
Okay, so I thought for a second Crit was going to keep the shard so that he could go for the double split.
Let's
But you're only a support friend.
Yeah. The double GA sounds a lot nicer.
It really does. And that's exactly what they're going to go for. And I mean, EG's only claimed 1 rack. It's not even a full set.
Yep.
But it is a 16,000 gold lead.
It's the fact that if they take a good fight, the bottom lane is already exposed because the tier 3 tower is gone. And they can just rotate towards the top. All outer towers are gone. The only outer position for Na'Vi is actually the Shrine next to Roshan. Normally something when it's up you think, hey, maybe we can actually contest Roshan, but no. That window is very firmly closed, keeping the cold air out. And EG are coming once more. They push the lane down mid, and they will rotate into the bottom unless they can find themselves a decent fight. Crystallize is just trying to slow things down by using that reflection onto Arteezy.
He's getting a little bit low here, so makes his way to Universe.
It's nice at least for Dendi the fact he can trigger the Liquid Sphere with just Dark Lightning.
Oh, of course.
So that's not the greatest protection in the world for Arteezy, but Lotus Orb Repel.
Oh, they give him the smoke back.
Oh, manners, boys. Manners. Arteezy, oh, the crit. He jumps in, goes for the Bruling Split, and Sumail in so deep. He actually gets the Brewmaster Split off. At least they can stand and fight, but Arteezy, so much damage. I don't know if they can really repel this. Crystallize under his BKB. He's the big man for Na'Vi that has to be able to hold it. But there's GA #1. Refresher Shard still available here for Universe. The Nimbus is down. Sumail's not a healthy man. They've gone through the Undying, but they should jump in once more. They've found Dendi. Defensive Yields is available. He'll die before that point. So he'll just buy back into the fight. Force up. Crystallize back into safety. But this is a Metamorphosis Terrorblade. This is when he's meant to be a badass. But he's just dying. And not dying with style.
Doesn't have the BKB anymore either. Can't really fight in this. Gets stunned up.
Oh, and they go again! Sumail jumps in, slows them down, allowing Arteezy's Black Cannon charges to get through Seneko, through General, turn his attention over towards Dendi. And this game, buybacks are coming thick and fast from Na'Vi, attempting the defense. But once again, Sumail blinks in deep, looks to actually just rip apart the life of Crystallize. And GG, well played. A game that looked unlosable for Na'Vi is won by evil geniuses. They fight back. A game of Dota is never over.
I mean, it looked like it was going to be very straightforward for Na'Vi. They took the Roshan. They had the tier 2 at the 15-minute mark. They were so close to being able to force that game number 3. That was such a dominant victory. You can see it on their faces.